Hey, greetings everybody. Hello, hello. We are checking out Final Fantasy XIV today. If you are a regular on my channel, you're probably wondering, wait, where's the fishing? And I want to address that first, but the other possibility is that you're here because of Final Fantasy XIV, which probably the hottest MMO that exists right now, right? I mean, I'm not talking about like total player base or whatever. I'm not sure about that, but just in terms of the attention recently from Asmongold starting to play this instead of WoW, the new expansion that's coming out in November, Final Fantasy XIV is certainly having a moment in the sun right now with a lot of positive attention. It was enough to bring me back. I've been wanting to play an MMO, couldn't figure out which one I wanted to play, and tried out a couple of old MMOs that I just really love, like Lord of the Rings Online. Even tried classic WoW. And dabbled in a couple of newer ones, but really landed on Final Fantasy XIV, wanting to give that another really fair chance. I'll talk more about my previous experience with Final Fantasy XIV as we get going. But real quick, the first thing I mentioned, I am definitely taking a little bit of a break right now from Russian Fishing 4. I will still be playing RF4 when I stream, and definitely excited to do that. But that's really because I just love connecting with the community there, right? It's been a good few days. I'm back from vacation. I've got another vacation coming up next week. It's been a good few days for me to play some other things. This happens. I've been playing RF4 for years now, and really taking breaks has been really helpful over those years. It gets me more excited when I come back to play RF4 even more. So, all right, let's get started here. First of all, as you can see, I have given myself permission to have some alts here. My main is, of course, M-Dog. I play a Dragoon. You can see right now I'm level 56. Guess what? That's the highest level I've ever been in Final Fantasy XIV. So this is not an expert perspective here. This is someone who has a little bit of experience, a few hundred hours playing the game. The other character I've created is level 1. I've never played this character. And then the final character is also level 1. This is the one that we're going to be playing together. Here's the thing, and I'm just being honest here. The classes like Mage, and we're going to be doing hopefully Summoner eventually on this tune. Maybe some of the other magic-based classes as well. Honestly, the clothes you wear are very... for me, like feminine, not things that I would necessarily like envision on my male M-Dog main character. So like on that character, I played Dragoon, maybe some of the other strength-based, typically melee type jobs. I'll probably say classes a lot on accident because that's what I'm used to in other MMOs, but jobs. So I really want to play a female character on the classes or jobs that seem to fit more like that. So let's go ahead and jump in. We'll probably have a queue anyway. These days you normally do have a queue. Maybe not. Maybe we're jumping right in here. Yep, there's a queue. So yeah, I mean, that's basically, this is my second Final Fantasy XIV account. The first one, I don't remember what happened, but I ended up starting over through Steam at some point years ago. But on my first account, I don't think I even made it to the first expansion. I was somewhere late in the vanilla Final Fantasy XIV game. So, but yeah, my goal on this character is to just enjoy the main story quest and the class quests for Summoner, which I think starts off as, what is it? We'll find out in a second. But anyway, let's jump right in here. I'm going to, I think, get rid of this for now. We might pop back up at different times, but we're going to read and listen to the quests for main story and for class or job. Other than that, if we do other quests, we'll blitz through those. But part of the appeal of Final Fantasy XIV is the story. And it really is, like any, at least for me, really good MMO. It's about the journey, not the destination, for the most part. So I thought we could enjoy it together. Are there silly moments in the story? Of course. Is it all good? No. Is the pacing a little weird at times? For sure. Especially in the base game because of how long it is. But there's some really good moments as well. Some really interesting characters. And it's a good opportunity. Like if you just enjoy RPGs, MMOs, you want to get lost in a story, enjoy playing a character, You can do a lot worse than this one, in my opinion. I don't know how far we'll make it here in this series with this character playing the summoner, but as far as we do, however far we do make it, it'll be a good reminder for me. It's been so long since I played through the MSQ or main story quests in the base game that this will be actually really a good reminder of some of this, as I have recently gotten back into playing my main, the Dragoon. It's pretty cool here. So is that masked mage? Is that the protagonist in the, at least the base game of Final Fantasy XIV? I'm not sure. I don't remember. We'll find out though. Oi, y'all right, lass? Oh man. Some of the way the different characters in this game talk. Yeah, especially the pirate people. You're moaning in your sleep, sweating buckets besides. Rolling of the ship got your stomach churning, has it? We'll see how long we break down these videos. Some of it will depend on, like, you know, work stuff may come up for me. I might have to sort of chop it up, and we're already 6 minutes in, and you know, who knows? We may not even get to combat in this first video, because if I remember right, the introduction is quite long. Let's see. Grizzled Passenger says, "Don't seem like seasickness now. I look at you. It'll be the Aether then, I reckon. Some are more sensitive to stuff than others, and we ain't too far from Vilebrand now, which is chock full of Aetherites. No need to fret though. You'll soon get used to it." Might as well have been blooming seasickness. Ships leaping around like a demented chocobo, sorry. I'm excited about playing this class, though, by the way. I mean, it's going to be fun to see the story, and I think the story is worth highlighting to see kind of what Final Fantasy XIV is like, maybe to bring back some memories for you if you've played it before. But I also am just curious about this summoner class. Want to see how fun it is. I reckon I might head out on deck, get myself a breath of fresh air. Lominsa, still a fair way off, in case you're wondering. Seeing as you're awake, how about you keep me company till we get there? Them youngins don't much care for conversations, see? That's so funny. I forgot there's two of them. You know, where I'm at in the story is focused more on one of them at this point, without giving any other spoilers away, but I kind of forgot there was two of them. Any road, Brennan's a name. Peddlin's me trade. I think that we will mostly be able to focus on main story and job quests. We'll have an earring on that'll give us a little bit of a bonus to XP. When we get a little bit of higher level, we'll do the food thing and try to keep food in our bellies to give us that bonus XP. We may occasionally have to do some, like, side quests and stuff. We'll just see how it goes. We'll play it by ear. Smell that salty sea breeze. Now then, lass, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you're one of them new adventurers. Am I warm? I knew it, going wherever the wind blows. Seeking fortune and glory, now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret adventure's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? By the way, we're going to steer clear of some of the extra stuff, which the extra stuff can be really fun, but it is easy to get lost in this game. There's so many different things you can do, especially if you're new to the game. We're probably not going to do any crafting jobs or anything like that. We're going to try to stay a little bit focused for the sake of this series. To gain power, to win glory, to amass a fortune. Really none of them, to be honest. I'm not answering. Well, if you ain't inclined to tell, I'm not about to pry. Old Brennan's a chatterbox, but sure as hells ain't nobody's busybody. We all have a secret of 3, don't we? Me? Dozens. And I'd rather them stayed secret too, which is why I don't go sticking me nose where it ain't welcome. Just remember though, there is more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that is a fact. Words of wisdom, Brennan. Words of wisdom. Oh, man. I don't think I've ever actually seen this intro before. My main tune went through the starting area. I can't remember the name, but with all the trees and the elves and stuff, so I don't think I've ever done the pirate intro, at least not paid attention to it. Ships off the starboard bow, pirate colors. Your starting location, I believe, is chosen by the job you choose, not by the race or any other of your character creation selections. I think the different job trainers determine which starting location you get. Pirates, bloody hells. Have you no sense? Get below. That is a scandalous outfit we have on. What in the world? What is the world coming to? Pirates firing on a ship flying Lominsa colors. Bastards either have a boatload of balls or bugger all for brains. You can rest easy, friends. We've made it out of cannon range. No buccaneer's bark will catch this flighty temptress once the wind's in her sails. That was too bleeding close. Glad one of us kept her head on her shoulders. I reckon I'd lost mine otherwise. If them pirates gave up the chase, we must be close to port. Let's head up deck and have a look, shall we? Very first time I tried this game, which I don't know exactly what year that would have been. It was after the reset of the game, after it was sort of relaunched. But I just remember how slow the beginning felt. And then I didn't have a sense of the game, and there's parts of like the Final Fantasy world that's a little off-putting for me personally, just personal preferences. So I think I kind of came into it kind of kicking and screaming a little bit. So the slowness of the start made it just, even harder to get into. By and by, this is your first trip to Lominsa? Yes, it is. Lominsa? Yes, it is. For this character, yes, it is. Well, then this journeyed itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Prides itself on being Eorza's foremost naval power. Weren't too long ago the place was ruled by pirates, but thanks to the current admiral's civilizing influence, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. You'd never guess she was once rum-swilling buccaneer herself. Of course, most folk ain't so quick to change, and with a town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with, like them pirates who took fancy to us just now. And if that weren't bad enough, I've heard the Say-again are raiding the coast, just as bold as you please. Them are the sea-dwelling beastmen the locals call fishbacks, in case you didn't know. And at long last, land-ho. It's nice the way they just sort of deliver the story and aspects of the lore in just little bites of dialogue. And much of the main story quest, I shouldn't say much, important portions of the main story quest are voice acted. And especially as you get into the expansion content, I think it becomes more and more for the MSQ. Beyond Lominsa, a nation blessed by the ocean's bounty and beloved of Limsa, goddess of navigation. Very tentative steps forward there. Very tentative.
On a windswept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm, amidst the roiling waves of the Lotano Sea, lies the maritime city-state of Lominsa. To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer. Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Limsa.
So that's how you say that word. Limsa.
What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
Here's where we part ways, lass. I'm off to the market to deliver me wares, and it's on to the high road for me. I want you to have this by way of thanks for saving me arse earlier. You never did tell me your name, did you? Here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. You got it, buddy.
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on her life's voyage. Till sea swallows all.
Till sea swallows all. That's pretty cool. If this was an Assassin's Creed game, we'd still get a few more hours before we got the splash screen, but I'll take it. I mean, I'm really ready to start, combat, see what our job's like, see what summoners like, but I'm sure we've still got quite a bit of the way of introductions to go for a brand new character. And if it's your first time playing it, then, you kind of ease into it, especially if it's your first MMO, I guess. But for so many people, you really get a slow start here. You don't see this that much anymore. You play a newer MMO, I feel like they are fast-tracking you into combat. Almost too quickly sometimes. Hey, you there. At least you already, in this game, sort of feel grounded to this world. You start to know a little bit about what's going on before you really are ever playing it. This is my district. Make it my business to know all the scum that washes up in it. Do I look like scum? Adventure fresh off the boat, then, is it? Well, then. Allow me, one of Lominsa's finest, to set you on the right path. Hop to it, lass. I haven't got all day. I've never said so many of these words and places and stuff out loud, so sorry I don't just sort of have the pronunciation in my mind. Welcome to Lominsa, a bustling city-state filled with scoundrels and brigands. The rough-cut diamonds. I missed the last part. Please select the control scheme you wish to use. So I guess this game probably came out first on a console. Is that right? What would have been? PS3 maybe? So that's kind of interesting. When you're ready to proceed, speak to whoever. I like this, that you can open up the lodestone. I mean, if this is your first time playing, you click on this, you open up an internet browser that really just has a lot of info about the game and everything. Initiating quests, we know how to do that, but do we want to do that? I guess we will. Accepting quest. Register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. So I think until we really get fast-tracked into the main story quest, we may need to do this kind of thing. Pretty sure you're itching to explore. And I know this isn't main story quest, but since it's the intro first quest, we'll continue to read it. Later on in this series, I really am only going to read and spend time understanding main story quest and job quest, because both of those are really good. A lot of the side stuff, if you're into silly stuff, then you might be interested, but it can be very silly and kind of weird on the side quests and stuff. Like to get your throat slit in some piss-stinking alley without the bit of local knowledge. We don't want that. So we got to go register. Before you do anything else, get yourself over to the Drowning Winch and enroll with the Adventurers Guild. Well, let's go sign up at the Adventurers Guild then. It's not far. Just head straight down the street. Speak with Griffar. He'll show you how to work that big moving platform we call the Crow's Lift, and that'll lead you up to the pub. Once you're there, look for a fellow by the name of Baderon. He's a proprietor of the winch. He might curse like an ale-sodden sailor, but the man's got a soft spot for wide-eyed newcomers like yourself. He'll set you straight. Got all that? Good. Now run along. May the navigator guide you on your journey or path or whatever the last word was. And now what? There's another quest. You've begun a quest. Use the duty list to help you complete your task. Duty list. Okay. So one thing you can do is click on the directions for the next thing you need to do in the quest. It will always pop up a map showing you exactly where you need to go. That will be very helpful. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, can I just, shoot. Can I not load in? That stinks. Okay, I'll just have to, as I figure out things that are not set to my liking, I'll have to change it. It's probably, yeah, it should be under movement. Where is auto run? Auto run, here it is. Oh wait, it's already set up. Why isn't it working then? Oh goodness, it's set for the wrong thing. Where was auto run? Yep. Okay. Okay. This is the lift attendant. Let's get up to the Drowning Winch, and then I need to take a quick break here. The lift will take you there. Take the Crow's Lift. Yes. Give me 1 second. Okay, we made it up, I see. Here is the gentleman we need to talk to. Collecting rewards. Let's get our rewards from Baderon. Baderon. Greetings to you, lass. What'll it be? You ain't here for the drink, are you? You come to mind to try your and adventuring, I reckon. Well, you'll find no shortage of work here in Limsa. Name's Baderon, hospitable in the Drowning Winch. Just going to skip some words because pirate talk is weird. 'Tis also Adventurers Guild. That's why we've got a desk specifically for handling guild business. Seem to spend more time saving the necks of whelps like yourself than wetting the throats of me regulars. Adventurers have a knack for finding trouble, see? Now, they need it in these parts on account of there being trouble wherever you look. If you manage to still clear fishbacks and the kobolds outside the city, the pirates on the inside will get you instead. If they don't manage, there's always the Garlean Empire to finish the job. No one knows what they're planning, of course, but if they're planning anything, you can be sure it's to kill the lot of us. This town seems peaceful at a glance, but look again, and you'll see people living in fear of what tomorrow might bring. Who can blame them after everything that happened? Azuria took a mighty blow during the calamity, but our Olms weren't the only thing that got wiped off the face of existence by that thrice-damned bastard of a dragon. By the way, the calamity, fascinating story, and I would say if you haven't watched the documentary on YouTube, is it No Clips? Am I remembering right? Somebody did a documentary, several parts about this game and their decision to do the Calamity and relaunch this game in a better state, and sort of what the players that were playing the game at that time went through during the Calamity and all that. But it's really fascinating and cool that they made that a part of the game's lore. It's just really fascinating. It took our bleeding memories too, and no one's been able to explain it in a way that makes an ounce of sense. So because of the Calamity, people lost their memories. I think they also went forward in time or something, or some people did. I don't know. I can't remember exactly. None of the folk that saw it live to tell the tale seem to agree on how the tale actually goes. It's all foggy, like recollections from a night on the ale. You can imagine why people might fear for the future if they can't recall the past. But there is one thing we all remember, and that's the group of adventurers that lay down their lives to drag Eorzea back from the brink when she was bound for the abyss. Well, I say we remember. Truth is, we ain't forgotten what they did for us. Calamity Spawn memory loss robbed us of their names. It won't even let us picture their faces, just like staring at a gull flying in front of the sun. And all you see is mind's eye as a shadow set against a blinding glare. And that's how every bugger describes it, by the way, give or take the odd gull. Is this what's got people calling these heroes the Warriors of Light? Oh, that's cool. I never made that connection. So the glare that they see when they think back and try to remember, that's why they call them Warriors of Light. That's really cool. If Limsa's ever to get going to put this time of darkness behind it, it's going to need venturers to help banish the fear. It's going to take new heroes like the ones we lost. Maybe one day you'll be one of them. Anyway, that's why we give the venturer, that's why any aid we can give to an adventurer is effort well spent. What do you say, lass? You willing to lend us your strength? For sure. My thanks to you, navigators and all. I knew she'd steered you my way for a reason. Listen to me stammering on like a sun-touched fishwife. 'Tis time we got your mark in me book. Put your scrawl right here. Claire Dragonheart, is it? Fine name it is. Congratulations, you're now an upstanding member of the Venturers Guild. You there, adventurer. This is Yellow Jacket. You sailed in on the last ferry, did you not? The captain reported being attacked by a pirate vessel, and several witnesses have testified independently the passenger matching your description went out on the deck mere moments before the incident took place, sending your friend signals, were you? What? Now, hold just a minute there, officer. You got the wrong lass. This fine, upstanding young lady is my dear departed grandma's sister's niece's cousin's closest companion. The lass wouldn't be caught dead fraternizing with such unsavory elements. Is that right? You're aware of the recent kidnappings? Respectfully, then, we cannot be too trusting of outsiders at a time when the loyalty of even our closest friends is in doubt. So there's been kidnappings recently. Interesting. And Berderon is already just putting his neck out there for us, which is cool. You make a good point there, officer. Very good point. Very wise. You needn't worry, though. I'll keep one eye open all the times, two more often than not. Sounds like Gandalf. Now, sir, what do you have tankard of me finest ale before you return to your duties? Not a watered-down cup of piss like last time, I should hope. Ain't got the faintest idea what you're talking about, officer. The wench might offer some of the cheapest grog this side of the Strait of Merylthor. But that doesn't mean you won't get good and pickled. And look, there's a chair over there just crying out to be sat on. So kick them heavy boots, eh? The Yellow Jackets, huh? You'll have to excuse these eager, bloody Yellow Jackets. There's been a spate of kidnappings, and ain't got a clue who's behind them. Naturally, they've been taken to clapping irons on anyone who's vaguely suspicious, which means venturers, visitors, and pretty much every bugger else in town. Don't take it personal, though. We can be a headstrong bunch, but given time, we'll grow on you. Now, where was I? Hopefully, you're going to send me to my my job teacher. Welcome to Limsa, Lominsa, where the sea's as green as the faces of me patrons after a few too many black belly whiskeys. Now, take a moment to gather your wits. We'll get started learning the ways of the city. I love the music, by the way. In the first expansion, which is what, Heavensward, in the main city there at Heavensward, anytime I go there and I hear the music, it's just, it is so compelling. It is just beautiful. Some of the classic music in the vanilla game is excellent too, though. This concludes the introductory game tutorial of taking your first steps as an adventurer. listen well to the wisdom of Betaron Ten Fingers, then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. Main scenario quest. So what you'll see in this series is hopefully we'll be spending a lot of time focused on quests that have this symbol, which he now is going to give us our first. So this is starting the main story quest, the MSQ. Close to home. Betaron, proprietor of the Drowning Winch, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Let's start off nice and easy with 3 tasks. First of all, head down a floor, point your nose to the west. You'll get an eyeful of the great glowing crystal in the middle of the courtyard. That's an aetheryte. There's no swifter way to travel, providing there's an aetheryte where you want to go, of course. Have a chat with the Yellow Jacket on guard down there. He'll be treating a lecture of the workings of the device. Before you do that, though, remember to touch a thing. Strange as it sounds, it won't work till you do. So you have to touch the aetherites before you can transport to them. Second on the list of the marketplace, find weapons and armor and pieces for sale in the district what lies past the aetherite. Don't go throwing your gil around just yet. You'll get fleeced quicker than you can say, "Why is me coin purse so light?" Have a word with Swazblate instead. He's head of the Merchants League, by the way. Give him this old octant and he'll treat you well. For the last of me helpful hints, I suggest you meet some fellow spell slingers, the Arcanist. By the way, Arcanist, that's what I was trying to think of earlier. Arcanist, and then that leads to 2 choices, and I think Summoner and something else. Summoner's one we're going to do. I don't have all the jobs straight in my head yet. It's just been a while. I guarantee you'll learn a few new tricks for your tomb if you decide to join their crew. Muri at the front desk is the one to get you started. Okay, very good. Got all that? Best be getting along. There I go sending you off without telling something crucial. That bloody calamity's made a right mess of me memory, I swear. Well, that or the ale. Any road. While you're out, if you happen to pass any poor sods that look like they might need your help, consider... So he's kind of saying, hey, there's plenty of quests you can do here in the city. Sounds like a chore, but you never know what interesting opportunities could be lurking out there. Ninia over the yonder's been casting glances since you walked in. Lend her an ear and see what she's saying. Find yourself running odd errands in the beginning, but once you build a reputation as a woman folk can trust, the jobs will get harder and the rewards more generous. If you've the time, I'd also seek the advice of the smith here in the winch. The lad's been bearing that title for some time for fine advice for people that are just starting out the profession. And that, my girl, is how you go about becoming a legend among adventurers. Okay. We will take his advice and do those things. Quest accepted. All right, so we are now through the intro, I would say, to a point where we will start to do the things that you're familiar doing in an MMO, accepting quests and going out into the world and accomplishing them. To leave the Drowning Winch, you must accept the quest Making a Name by speaking to Ninia. Main menu, character duty, key bindings, HUD layout, system config, system active help, log out, exit game. Gotcha. Navigation, M for map, duty list. Okay. So here is this person. And we will get an earth shard and a potion. Some information might be interesting to you. Would you look at this? A shiny new adventurer. Listen close, lass. I've got some information. I was passing through the bulwark hall below not long ago and saw a bunch of herbs scattered on the ground. Might have been black market wares known as dream flowers. It's a busy port. Not all the merchants that blow across the straits are above board. How the plants end up in the mizzenmast, who knows? Might have been a deal gone bad. The important thing is make a name for yourself by handing them in. Speak to Scainrail and she'll get you down on the first floor. All you have to do is pick up the herbs and take them to Aldiski at the Octant. Being a worldly captain, he knows a thing about fishy goods. All right. Okay, I think we're good in here. The Bulwark Hall is where we're headed. Okay, we're going to the Bulwark Hall. I think eventually there'll be like 2 choices from that list, so we just need to remember Bulwark Hall is the way you go down. 34 minutes. We haven't even begun to get to combat yet, but like I said, slow start. It's a slow build. Introduces you to the world and all that. In my opinion, it is worth it in the long run, but it is a bit getting there. All right, sanctuaries, interacting. I'm not going to bore you with all the tutorial stuff necessarily. Unless there's something I can't figure out, then we'll have to look it up together. But we'll try to keep it moving here. So we're gathering up these peculiar herbs that she mentioned. We also need to go by a mailbox at some point. We do have some bonuses and stuff to get out of the mailbox. And you can see the azurite thing over there that we need to go touch. I wonder where the turn-in is for this. So this is making a name. Oh, it's actually here, right here. Okay, cool. You have some herbs for me to examine. Okay, handing over. Drag it over. I thought there was also a shortcut, but I can't remember what it is. Like, you can drag it over. I know you can also right-click and click on handover. I thought there might have been like alternate right-click or something that just puts it over there, but I might be wrong. Highly illegal blooms known as dream flowers. They're prime ingredient in the creation of somnus, a substance whose fragrance is said to lull the sniffer's mind into a sleep of death. Wait. Okay, I'm really curious. Does that end up being a major part of the story, like at the end and into the next expansion? That substance? Maybe. Forgive me, I cannot resist the jest. These herbs are not more than... Oh, he was kidding. Okay. Lavender, a common enough export from Lominsa. In fact, these are probably spilled from the crates that were loaded in my aerial ship. I think someone has been having a bit of fun with you, miss, but not to worry. You've learned a few things and made a new acquaintance. Well met. Using items? Okay. What does he want us to do next? I don't know how many of these early quests we need to do. Okay. He's just having us go talk to somebody, so we'll do that. Again, not main story, not job quests, so we're going to zoom through those. But we're not going to do all of these. There's a ton of like level 1, level 2 quests. I don't really think you need to do that many. Especially if we like kill a few extra mobs and stuff, worry about our hunt log. Another novice adventurer. Baderon has sent more than a few of your way as of late. I am Sundamal, one of the Yellow Jackets tasked with keeping the peace in the city. It's also my charge to provide guidance in the use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. Aetherites are crystalline structures that tap into ethereal energies. They're primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation cells, make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of Aether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Orozia, any adventurers worth the name will wish to seek out and attune to each one. Once you have expanded your horizons beyond the walls of the city, you'll soon find yourself performing an act of attunement as a matter of course. There is, however, no need for unseemly haste. The Aetherites found in and around the city will be sufficient for the present, I assure you. Should you wish to learn more about Aetherites or transportation magic, I will be here to answer your questions. Thank you so much. Return, learn. So we learned a new skill. I don't like where our action bars are placed and all that. Alright, so we'll set this as the home point. It's already set. Alright, we can now return. Let's look at action bars, see how quickly I can... oh, it's not system, is it? There's also a quick way to like be able to move stuff around, but I don't... It's probably HUD layout, right? Hotbar 1, hotbar 2, hotbar 3. Hotbar 4. Does this mean that I can now interact with these hotbars? Or are they blue so they're not working? I was going to put them down here like this for now. Is there a way to like... What if we do this? Kind of just put it off to the side for now. I don't imagine we're going to need this. And let's put the pet heart bar right here. Okay. I think that'll at least get us going for now. So, oops, shoot. Why is that moving it? I didn't mean to move it. And we will keep sprint there. Like, return. Oh, shoot, I can't see this. I can't see any of the other hotbars. There must be a way to... We'll see what the settings are here. 90, hotbar 1. Is it because that's not checked on these? Yep. Hotbar 4. Check, save. 5. Check, save. Pet hotbar. It's already there. And 6. Check. Save. Save. So now we should be able to move, like, teleport over here. Play guy. Just get it out of the way. I don't love the way we have it set up right now, but it'll work for now. I don't see our shift, so that's control. Whatever. That's fine. Alright, so... Listen to Swozel's explanation of the markets. Let's see where we need to go, which direction. This way. Alright. We did attune to this, right? Yep. Or maybe you're default attuned to that. Okay, there should be a way to make the hotbars not visible unless it has a skill on there. Let me see if I can... What does the transparency mean? Oh, that's size. We could go down to like 80 on everything. Hotbar 1, transparency settings. Oh, it's this. It must be, the option must be somewhere else on, might even go down to like 60% on those. Nah, let's keep it all the same for now. If there is a way to save this and just load it for the whole character, like, I don't know what that is, but that would be nice. Okay. We definitely can make this small. And that's better. I don't know where the option is to make them invisible. But anyway, it's fine. Welcome to the most replete marketplace in the grand realm of Eorzea, where every shelf groans under the weight of wonders born from all four corners of the world. Browse the stalls until your eyeballs ache from oogling over abundance of unreliable bargains. Much as I would love to elaborate, I must tend to some cargo, but recently arrived in the docks. You bear a gift from Baderon? What could it be? Ah, my octant by the navigator. I must have left it behind on the winch, along with a week's pay and several bells worth of intoxicated memories. So we hand it over. I'm most grateful to have it back. This tool is a keepsake from my days as a ship captain, you see. Needless to say, your good deed must be repaid, and what better recompense than the wisdom of master merchant? You need to look no further than the east and west arms of Hawker's Alley. Least you doubt, each gil you invest in arms and armor will be money well spent. Adventuring is a dangerous profession by its very nature. It goes without saying that Hawker's Alley boasts stalls specializing in the tools of every martial discipline imaginable. With a few steps are bazaars and apothecaries that will most amply supply all your potions and perishable needs. Pays become familiar with the type and price of the goods offered by each stall. Such knowledge will serve you well if your purse is light or your time is short. Experience has been ever been the surest teacher, if not the kindest. Invite you to explore the markets for yourself. That dude has purple hair. Visit the Arcanist Guild. So I guess one thing is, where is this person? We've already passed him. So I guess let's go do this. Is there really not a mailbox anywhere around here? I mean, that's hard to believe, right? There's one. Okay. All right, place them on high alert. So this is the mission we were not going to pay attention to. Okay, looks like the turn-in is down here, so we'll go turn it in. We probably won't take the follow-up quest that I'm sure they will try to give us, because we want to just get to... We want to just get to our Arcanist Guild. Arcanist Guild should be here. Have we passed one? Nope. Okay. I'm really surprised there's not a... delivery moogle, a mailbox closer. We're going to have to make a special trip to find the mailbox at some point. So we do have to attune to each one of these. Is there another one down there? There's not. So this is kind of the one that's out on this end. And this will be helpful because this is the Arcanist Guild, where we'll be coming quite frequently. Alright, what is this? Duty calls? Close to home. Okay, 1 second. I'm almost sure that there is a way you can load your settings and preferences from another character. I just didn't want to like search around for it forever, but okay, here we go. Now we're into the job quest. This is the only other, well actually this is still main story, but we'll be going towards job quest here soon. These are the only other quests that I think is totally worth really paying attention to, and you may decide you want to pay attention to all quests if you play this game, but there's so many and so much. I just try to focus on what I enjoy the most, which is the main story and then the specific job quest. Welcome to the Arcanist Guild. It's here that we research and develop the field of Arcanema, which is the science of employing arcane geometries, incarnate patterns that map the unlocked mystery of existence to draw forth and manipulate the body's etheric energies. If I'm not mistaken, you already possess some rudimentary understanding. Shall I deepen your knowledge of our history as well? The roots of never mind, can be traced back. Why did I choose this job? Just kidding. Can be traced back to the esoteric calculations practiced by the people of the South Sea Isles. It was these island folk that first discovered a method to express natural phenomena in mathematical terms. Arcanema? Building on this process, the existing mathematical formula, we were further developed into arcane geometries, precise patterns that allowed a practitioner to weave aether into specific magical effects. The mages who invoked this new form of magic became known as Arcanists, and the school of Arcanima was born. Many such mages, wishing to expand their understanding of the world, took to seas abroad trading vessels. Upon their arrival in Limsa, Lominsa, Arcanists found themselves welcomed into the academic elite, and soon secured positions in the realms of governance and council. The knowledge of an Arcanist, however, is traditionally passed on from master to chosen disciple. As such, Admiral Merylwub, counting several wielders of Arcanima among her personal staff, became concerned that this exclusionary practice would lead to the eventual extinction of the art. So at the Admiral's express order, an official Arcanist guild was established, and funding was provided for research and training. Complex and demanding nature of Arcanima, however, remains the greatest threat to its own future. If you would continue your study in the challenging discipline, I must insist that you indicate your commitments to joining our guild. So this is the symbol you'll see on certainly all of the job quests that introduce new jobs. Have you decided to enroll in our guild? Are you now intimidated by the thought of excessive thinking? Yes, we will accept. What will we get? Raisins. Does that give you XP? XP boost? Yes. Sound judgment is to be commended. Now, standard practice dictates to introduce you to the guildmaster. You may convey your intentions in person. Due to extraordinary circumstances, however, he is unreachable at present. Instead, you may speak with Mistress Thurbirgene. She has shouldered full responsibility for the guild's leadership in the interim. You will find her just over there by the bookshelves. You needn't be shy. Her mind is sharp and critical. Her manner always most welcoming. And there she is. Yes, I am Thub Yurgim. We'll call her Thub. Thubby. Thubby! Greetings and welcome to the Arcanist Guild. As Muri has doubtlessly explained, I'm serving as acting guildmaster until our wayward leader deigns to return. I assume our capable receptionist also spoke of our art's origins. Allow me then to expound upon its nature. Arcanima taps into the living energies of aether. The evidence to this is represented by most aptly, perhaps by our ability to manifest the arcane entity Carbuncle and the manner of magic which this ethereal ally employs at our command. The core of the disciple, however, is found in the pursuit of definitive solutions to any potential quandary, even on the field of battle. Nay, especially on the field of battle, this principle takes precedence. If one wishes to make certain the question of victory, then one must apply the most effective strategy. An Arcanist is measured by her ability to calmly analyze a situation from moment to moment and respond with the most appropriate spells at hand. The study of Arcanima will test your mental facilities to the point of perplexity. Are you prepared to reason your way through predicament after predicament? Yes. An unambiguous response, the kind I most prefer. Let us now see if the clarity of your word matches the sharpness of your mind. In Lower La Nocia, you'll find, among others, 3 species of pests: wharf rats, little ladybugs, and Aurelia. I ask that you employ your skill in Arcanima to eradicate three of each of these types of creature. Leave the city through the Tempest Gate, and you will soon encounter the potential targets in abundance. As long as you remain focused, I do not foresee these opponents causing you or your budding abilities undue difficulty. Once you return from your completing this preliminary trial, I will welcome you as official member of the Arcanist Guild. May your judgment remain swift and clear. Cool. Cool. Let's see what this is. Collecting duty on important goods. Okay, I don't know. If we run into it, we'll do it. If not, we won't. So, do we go out western? I can't remember. I've already forgotten. I guess because I haven't been out there, like I can't see it. Lower. No shit. Let's see. Tell you what, Let's just poke our head out here. Wait, are they going to let us? Oh, this is like ferry docks. I don't... Oh, that takes us to another place. No, 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 no. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. What happens if I click on this? I'm not sure, actually. Looks like it's sending us to the upper decks, though. So let's take this way so that we can get another Fisherman's Guild teleport stand thing. It looks like this way we can at least go up to the next level. Once we have these unlocked, we'll be able to fast travel pretty quick around this city at least. So in the long run, it's worth it to do these, I think. And then I think maybe from here we go back to... Let's attune to this and then let's go back to the main Aether Shard. And see from here where we want to go. We have 13 messages? Wow. That's weird, it's taking so long to load. I've never seen it take this long. Okay. Alright, so where are we here? Okay, so now what's the fastest way to the upper deck? Looks like up here, and plus this is where we go to duty calls. So we deliver the... Oops. We'll see where the second one is. Near the Culinaries Guild. Okay, I'm not sure. We're gonna go to the upper decks though. I have not spent as much time here as in as the like the elf tree area. I can get around that starter area pretty good. This one, I'm still pretty easily confused. All right, so which one is this? Oh yeah, this is okay. Culinaries. So we can now fast travel to here. Let's see if this person is just right in here. They are. Very good. Alright, we finished that. Alright. We're not going to get into crafting, although, you know, crafting inexpensive foods can be a good way to get that bonus XP pretty cheaply. Close to home. Report to... Okay, we completed all 3 tasks. I think we do want to do that, actually. Before we go out, let's go report back to him, because he's going to give us the next part of the MSQ. We still need to get the aft castles. Maybe we just run past this, get aft castle, then come back. I don't know how many of them we'll have at that point. How many there's left. What is this one up here? Marauders Guild. So we don't have that one yet. Alright, here's aft castle. Okay. That's just some of the introduction stuff that they tell you about becoming an adventurer. Enjoy your jaunt around the city, did ya? If you mean to base yourself in Limsa, Lominsa, it won't be the last time you'll visit them places. Start exploring the rest of town. Good ear for listening last. Stick with old Bateron and get you far. So it looks like he does give us the next part of the MSQ. However, we are not high enough level yet to accept it. So it might be 4 or 5, probably 5. All right, we're gonna go get the. Look at how many quests there are here. We're gonna go get the Marauders Guild. I wonder what's the fastest way to just get out of here. Probably down here. We'll go to Aft Castle and just go straight south. It looks like that. Is that an exit? I'm not even sure. Yeah, it looks like it might be. Let's go see. We'll see if we go to Aft Castle and go straight south, if that takes us out of here. It's kind of embarrassing. I don't know how to leave this place. We also probably went by the mailbox and I forgot to stop there. There will also be mailboxes out at the, like, hubs in the, out of the city, so it's not too big a deal. I'd love to at least, like, do one little session of combat here before we finish this first video, but we definitely need to finish soon. Oh, look, there's a mailbox. And I think that's the way out of town, maybe? Possibly? Alright, let's see. Delivery Moogle. $13. Oh, that's right. You get a Fantasia for every... Because of whatever, like... One of the either pre-orders or something that I got. Basically, that's what all these are from. Is like different expansions and... whatever. I don't know why there's like even gear and stuff in here, but there is. Recruit a friend campaign. It's kind of cool. The Falcon ignition key. And then this is the one from the expansion that's not out yet. Minions, untradeable items, unique items. All right, one thing I like is this little thing, recommended gear. Anytime you have improvements for your class, it will automatically put them on there, including this earring, which gives us the little bit of XP bonus. Increased XP when you're below 25. That's cool. So we've got a couple of XP bonuses right now, which will help us early on to keep hitting those levels so that we can be eligible for our MSQ and job quests. I think this did take us out where we want to go. Achievements. Okay. Yep. Okay. Very good. All right. So what are our abilities here? Ruin, which is a spell and deals damage over time. So we've got 2 spells. This one's got a, what, 2-second cast? And then we can put a dot on it. See if that's enough to kill it. Probably not quite. And can we also just like regular attack it? Just for fun? Experience points. Binding items. So once you use an item, you start binding to it. There's some cool little elements involved with that. So we'll do a second ruin on this one. That should pretty much take care of it. Alright, ladybugs. So I like that the dot is instantaneous. This is our level down here. We're almost 3.5 already just from doing a little bit of combat. I love an old tab targeting style MMO like this. Do you have to be a certain level to unlock your hunt? Looks like you do. What is hunt? The hunt log is under logs. So whatever level it is, we're not there yet. I think it's probably level 5, something like that. All right, and the last group is going to be up here. Some of this stuff we should be able to get rid of out of our inventory. Fantasia, we'll put that in storage. Wait, that gives us more magic points. That might be decent to have on our bar somewhere. And that gives us hit points. Alright. Dark matter. I don't know, I might just sell that. It says it's used to repair equipment at level 1 to 10. I can't imagine it's very expensive to repair equipment at level 1 to 10 anyway, so we'll see. But like, especially if you're not doing crafting, you can keep your inventory pretty chill. All right, these are level 4. These should be a little bit beefier. Although we'll kill it before bio goes off of it, I would think. Yeah, not bad at all. I almost think we just stay out here till we hit level 4 maybe? We're so close already. Yeah, one more and we should hit level 4, and then we can go back, and that'll be a good pausing point between episodes, I think. All right. Oh, interesting. We actually got... So we actually got our summon ability and a healing spell. Okay, that's cool. Well, let's attack one with our new pet out now. See how that goes. Oh, he's also attacking. So we'll probably want to put our order pet to attack on an easy hotbar button to use. So like, let's say we're gonna attack this ladybug. We can hit sick, and we could actually use him to sort of tank for us, at least initially. I bet there'll be a pet that's better at tanking later on, but kind of start combat that way if we needed to, I guess. Although we'd have to let him build up aggro for it actually to matter. I think we're going to be doing so much more damage that probably wouldn't really be that effective. Let's see if the log has now come open. Nope, so I do think it's level 5 on the hunting logs. Hunting logs another good way to get XP early on. Is the reason why I was looking at. Alright, these level 4 guys, let's get one of these. So instead of using sick to start our pet damaging, since he's not going to hold aggro anyway, and he'll attack what we attack, it's probably better just to use our first, our ruin spell, because that will at least get the cast time probably worth using that 2.5 seconds before the enemy is aggroed on us, and do it that way. We don't want to attack the level 12 guys right now, that's for sure. So we're already like 4 and 4.25 almost, maybe 4 and 20% into 5. So let's see where that leaves us once we turn in the Way of the Arcanist, and then like I said, that'll be a good pausing point. So my hope is to, with some regularity, get these like episodes in. Some of them will be a little shorter, some of them maybe up to an hour or so like we did this time. And I will try to stay on those as long as I'm having fun doing it, and if you're enjoying it as well. We will hopefully be able to make some good progress with this if I can stay on somewhat regular a schedule. I do want to mostly still be playing my main to progress. A buddy of mine who we often play games together, especially MMOs, we both sort of have the goal, even though I'm in the Heavensward expansion, and he's sort of in between Heavensward and the next expansion. We both sort of have the goal of, at least on our main, getting to the point where we can play the new expansion in November when it launches. So we both have quite a bit of work to do, but that's the goal at least. So now we can go right to the Arcanist Guild. So again, fast travel is just so nice once you are able to do that. But let's go ahead and turn this in and see what they say, and I think they will give us a next quest. I imagine the next quest, the job quest, is not dependent on being level 5. I would suspect that we will still get another quest regardless of our level, and then the one after that, then you start getting a new job quest every 5 levels. So that's something we'll keep track of as we are going. Let's go turn this in, see what they have to say, and then, like I said, that'll be a good pause point for our first episode. Alright, back to Thubi. I see the creatures beyond the city walls posted you little threat. It's with great pleasure then I formally recognize your initiation in the guild. From this day forth you may proudly bear the title of Arcanist. I suggest you continue your forays into the wilderness and keep the pages of your grimoire turning. There is no finer teacher than the harsh mistress of experience. And to commemorate this occasion, I will gift you with this hunting log. So that's how you get your hunting log. Turn in your first job quest. The enemies marked within its pages have been specifically chosen to challenge your abilities in Arcanima. When you devise a new strategy or tactic, you now have a ready source of opponents on which to test it. And when you feel you can command Carbuncle as easily as you might move your own limbs, return to me for further instruction. I will be waiting. The next Arcanist quest will be available from Thubi upon reaching level 5. So it is level 5. Let's see where this leads us, though. We're already into 4 some. We're going to get some raisins here to help our XP. Okay, we're almost 4.5 now. That's great. Hunting log. And I guess next episode, maybe that's what we'll do. We'll focus on the hunting log a little bit. We'll hit level 5 by just going out and making some progress on hunting log if any of our objective creatures on that log are in the starting area. Okay, as always, thanks for watching. Let me know if you're enjoying this new series, if you have been taken up with Final Fantasy again as well. And I hope to see you again soon. Thanks so much.